Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, besides being a long time on a delay to see this, first let me tell you why I'm having this delay. I didn't see this. I know that BattleTech and HBS are with Paradox now, but I really forgot about. I really didn't see then they would do announcement. I don't follow them on most things, and well, on Twitter, then I do follow them. This probably end up getting buried. The fact was, I start to play again BattleTech, so when the new Steam interface, like, oh, here is the trailer for the thing. So, before anything, let me be honest, I already watched the live stream, they did, so it's not gonna be anything new, and as always, I mostly tend to use the trailer as a, how can I say, a venue to talk about the game itself. And in this case, the game and the DLC. Because, well, I do have a couple of problems with, and, well, not with only this DLC. Because this DLC, well, let's watch the trailer first, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Peggy 12.
$100 tons. The rest I don't know. I think the Phoenix is 45. The Flea I know it's like 20 tons. It does come with a cup holder. Okay, so here is the boy, the big boy of the expansion. This is the real big thing. To be honest, there's two things. First, the bull shark, I think that's the name, or shark bull. Probably bull shark, it's more... I don't want to say appropriate, but it's more like, sounds a little bit right here, if you know what I mean. Let me be honest, it does look fucking cool. So, this probably, talking out of my ass, these are probably the ultra cannons, this is gonna be probably PPCs or something, no. Yeah, probably are PPCs, and this is gonna be normal lasers, and this is the temper, the artillery. I think they say a little bit about the weapons that it has. Oh, here, bull shark. It doesn't say what weapons it does has. Online, engines online, targeting online, weapons online, and the thumper cannon. It's a fucking big artillery. You can use twice during the mission. It fucks shit up. It's great. First, a shout out for the community. I watched someone talk about this Mac, and let me tell you something. How like BattleTech community is fucking amazing. As you can see, like here, let me go back a little bit on the trailer. The bull shark is a 95-ton max. Why 95? And during the live stream, the guy stopped the live stream and show a screenshot of the loadout of the bull shark, the loadout they had. And let me tell you something. Just out of the tonnage of the mech, the tonnage of all the things like the thumper cannon, the weapons the thing has, and all of that, the guy noticed this is a clone mech. And look, I don't know much about BattleTech lore. The things that I know about BattleTech lore, they all come from Tax Plays BattleTech. That's the whole reality of my knowledge of BattleTech. And of course, for playing the game, the BattleTech game, and from mods, because sometimes mods does things. Now, by what I understood, because of the Clum stuff, they have like a lighter armor and lighter structure for the mech with a special kind of metal and stuff like that. And because of that, he was able to do that. Now, another thing, for what I understood, again, I'm not that great on the lore, is a couple of these weapons here are only Clem stuff, something that you're not gonna be seeing here. Now, I will be entirely honest, I don't give a fuck about this. I kinda do, but not that much, because mostly on the career mode, it's what the reality is. All of this, it's mostly intent for the career mode, and I'm gonna touch a little bit more after. Most of the people already like implementing on the mods these things. For example, besides coil, because I don't know if this is new stuff. I never see coil on any of the mods. But the sub PPC is like a sawed-off PPC. I already saw it. The UAC cannons, I already saw those. The fact is, I don't know if to the point now, I never saw a 2. A 5, yeah, I'm using on my Let's Play right now. On my playthrough, no Let's Play. The 10 and the 20, I don't have a fucking clue. The LB, I know what they are, and again, maybe just the mod didn't implement all, but I know they have the 10, never see the 20 or the 2 and 5. Inferno rounds, again, exists. Tag, I think I saw that in Arc Beacon. I see that thing too. And Mortar, I think it's referring to the Thumper cannon. Now, with all of that bullshit out of the way, let me talk a little bit about the expansion itself. On itself, this expansion, besides the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7, 8. Like the 7 old mechs plus a new mech. Totally new, because this is a fucking new thing. The Hairbrain schemes doing this. They're gonna deliver 7 mechs. We don't know if there is gonna be like different loadouts as we have for many Locas, many other mechs on the game, many chassis. No, this is the chassis and different loadout is what I'm trying to put up. Maybe not, but you get the drift. So maybe we end up having some different ones of those, maybe not. Only time will tell. So we have, in base, we have 8 mechs plus any different type than they want to place on the game. Besides, on the game, without the expansion, you will receive as a free patch 2 new mechs, Warhammer and the Marauder. For what I had said, they are very popular, but they are like on the legal battle of the BattleTech universe, so no one knows when and if they would be allowed to come to this game. Here they are, and they will be on the free patch. You're not gonna need to buy the DLC for it. The DLC will be coming with 1 plus Flashpoint, a very mini campaign style of stuff, like all the Flashpoints. Then will be focused around the Bull Shark and 2 characters who utilize the Marauder and the Warhammer has their signature mech. So that's the thing. Now, let me talk a little bit about it's not mostly of the negative, but it's the point of the balance. First, this is the best DLC they had. Really. I think this, then Flashpoint, and last the Urban Combat. I literally didn't buy Urban Combat until like on this Friday. The reason is because on this Friday I started playing. I started to said, "Oh fuck, let's play the game." And because of that, there was a mod and want some things from the DLC. And I said, "Fuck yeah, there was a new DLC," and I didn't end up buying. So I bought it, and here we have it. Now, with that again in mind, still, it does raise a couple problems. Now, let me talk about implementation. So, for what I saw, they're not gonna be doing firing mode. So, at least I didn't see. So, this is just gonna like, oh, it's AC that fire more than one shot and gonna like devour your ammunition. Point. On this case, they're not gonna do ammo types, and to be honest, in that case, because now this is the knowledge that I get from the mod that I'm playing now. Gonna leave the link in the description. You have two different type of ammunitions for this, the cluster and the slug, both acting different, and inferno rounds are not a weapon type, but ammunition for SRMs. I don't know if they are ammunition for the LRMs too, but the mod that I'm playing only gave for the SRM. Now, on a game standpoint, I understand why they are implementing this as a fucking has only a weapon type, especially the Inferno rounds. This fucking thing is imbalanced as fuck. In reality, I do believe this is broken. Like, shove a mech with like a lot of SRMs and a lot of Inferno rounds, you can shut down a mech in one turn. And shut down mech, not gonna do nothing on this his turn, and during everyone else, you get a free call shot on that mech. It's great if you want to capture a mech. It's great if you're to crowd control mechs. So I do understand why they won't implement this in a different way. So they will balance, like they will not have to balance the SRM around the Inferno rounds. They would balance the Inferno rounds on their own way. The fact is, from here to here, I don't know this, so I don't know how they're gonna be implemented. It's not that I don't know how they're gonna be implemented. It's I don't remember how they are implemented on most of the mods. And one thing, mods may diverge on the base stats, the amount of damage, the things like that. But until now, I see that mods are more or less universal of how they implement the weapon itself, like the mechanics of weapon. For example, the mod that I'm using, if you use a UAC cannon, you are allowed to choose how many firing types, how many shots you're gonna fire from 1 to 2. And for example, the fact is, it does have a larger chance of jamming. The recoil is higher, will chew up ammunition fast. Here, what I'm noticed, it's just gonna be, oh, you're gonna chew for ammunition faster than a normal AC cannon. I'm not a fan of it, so okay. Coil weapons are a band-aid on the problem of light mechs. On the mid to late games, light mechs are mostly useless, because the enemy throws so much shit at you with such a higher tonnage that there is not a necessity to use the coil. The coil works that way. How more like your mech gonna move from point A to point B. The larger the distance between point A and point B will give a plus on the damage for the coil weapon. That's the thing. So on itself, it's gonna be a since the lighter mechs move faster, you're gonna have this. During the early game, yeah. During the campaign, this is not gonna be that great. On the skirmish, I think this can be broken because it's can be a very, very interesting trade-off depending on the damage. Like you, with a lot of luck, maybe you're able to core a mech, opponent mech, with a cost of a fucking fleet, a 20-ton killing a 60-ton. Yeah, it's fair enough. The sub PPC, don't know, it's a fucking sawed-off PPC. The UAC cannons I already talked. I don't like the way they're gonna implement the LBX, or they resounding the problem of not the problem of firing modes, but what ammunition types. As I said, cluster and slug ammunition. And being entirely honest, I'm not. Some people say, oh, some people are gonna call, oh, it delays implementation. Maybe, I don't know. But if I were to implement it, I would do simply, I would disturb one of the biggest reason why my game's still alive today. And it's the modding community. Let's be entirely honest. A lot of people are still playing, and maybe a larger majority of people still playing BattleTech because there is so much modding on it, and it's great. So I would take advantage of that. Yes, I would implement the UAC cannons. The difference is, I would implement because I want the mechanic, because I want to implement the mechanic of firing type. So now modders they won't need to implement that or update that every time we do something with the game. So in reality, what they're gonna simply do is, oh, this is the thing. Here it is. If you want, now you can do for PPCs, because I know that PPCs has different firing types. So the like safety is off or safety is on, stuff like that. And I would again implement the LBX because besides any of the missile, the LRMs or the SRMs, I think this is one that can utilize ammo switching. I would use that and say, oh, here is the two types of ammos that you have, and I giving you on the base game the mechanic for switching ammo. It would like take a little bit of the load off of the modding community, and they could focus on adding more mags, adding more different types of mags, different type of hard points, different things, new ammo types, new whatever the fuck they have. I would not implement Inferno rounds simply because, as I said, on a base game implementation, yeah, these things can really break the game. So taking that thing off, it's far better. I hope, I really do hope then that doesn't like fuck over the modding community. For example, because we already have like a lot of those in the modding community itself, so that doesn't uh, dissuade the modding community to update their versions of this for Rogue Tech, for BattleTech Enhanced, for BattleTech 2030 something, and 3025 for the, let me see, what's the mod that I'm using, the mod pack that I'm using. My brain just melted. For the XLRP, I do prefer the day implementation from the implementation that BattleTech is giving us. It's not a thing, oh, this is a bad implementation, but I hope it doesn't like say, the modders don't say, okay, they already implemented, so it's better let the thing. Even so, I think, well, I'm gonna maintain a copy of the mod the way it is, and well, that is, I will prefer use it. So, into the last, overall, as I said, this is the better DLC. But it's not the better DLC because this is the only DLC that I see that is implementing a lot of stuff. I don't know yet the quality of stuff, but a lot of stuff. Other DLC implement, for example, the first Flashpoint, implement the Flashpoint mechanic, and 3 max, and the, like, quote-unquote unique max. Urban Warfare, I don't know what it did. I think it the one who started with the unique quirks or unique equipment for max, then does affect battle, like Thumper Cannon that we're gonna see on the Bull Shark. So it lay a little bit of the ground for that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Flashpoint, because that's not the DLC, but the mechanic itself. I'm still holding myself to the fact that Flashpoint is highly underused. I don't know if there is a mod or something like that that allow you to play the Flashpoints during the campaign. Because, yeah, first things first, I do understand and they release Flashpoint with the career mode, so it's like, oh, Flashpoints are for that. But they were, Flashpoints could solve a lot of my problems with the campaign mode, because in my opinion, the biggest problem with the campaign mode is too little. There's too little on the campaign. If you squeeze in between missions each and every flashpoint and they deliver to us, during the campaign, you would have a longer campaign. The balance would be better. For example, now the way it is, after you finish the campaign is when you're gonna get the flashpoint. So your reward for a flashpoint gonna be a hatchet man and a crab. When you're gonna be fielding Atlas Scout Lances, aka only assault max or assault and heavy max. That's kind of the problem. Sorry, I hit the mic. That's the problem that I'm seeing right now. Those flashpoints, in my opinion, they were right for it to be squeezed in the campaign. Even this one, the Bull Shark one. Because the Bull Shark is gonna be the trophy for a flashpoint. And let me like place the money shot here of the DLC. This is a unique mech. A fucking amazing mech. I really like the art style of this mech, and I'm looking forward to use. And in my opinion, it does have that feeling of this is my mech, the commander mech. This is the thing. I know a lot of people have their own other different and favorite mechs, and that's what it would be. But this is in theory the mech that I'm supposed to be using. Wouldn't it be fucking cool if in the last showdown on the fucking, although the last showdown is a little bit meh, and probably not balanced by the way the characters are like group up. Wouldn't it be cool if you end up fighting on that arena with this? Bull Shark sound to be in the vision that I'm having of this mech is fucking great. I love the mech. I love the way it looks. I really like the PPCs, the Ultra Cannon, the giant fuck off artillery cannon on its back. I love artillery personally, so having a mech that does use artillery is fucking great. But yeah, the end of the fucking thing is this. I really wish there was a way to force the flashpoints to happen. And maybe someone in the comments may tell me, hey, if you type this in the console command or if you change this or that, you're gonna be able to do that. So, besides any of this, ladies and gentlemen, that's my opinion. Overall and end opinion to this is BattleTech is not a bad game. It was a great game. It did a lot of good things. It generated a very good and healthy modding community. Then will ensure the game gonna be alive for long periods of time. Of course, the Unity engine show its aids and show its problems with a lot of memory leaks and stuff like that. It could be a lot more complex. You have Mech Engineer and Rogue Tech there to prove it. But I will be honest, I prefer those things being on separate mechanics, on separate stuff. The reason is, Rogue Tech is fucking hard as shit. And I'm a fucking bitch, so yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that's that. I'm gonna see you next time, and I'm gonna finish BattleTech. And to be honest, I'm gonna really try to find out if I can force the flashpoints to happen. See you guys around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This was the video. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave it a dislike. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. And if you want to see what the hell is gonna be coming next on this mess, subscribe. And see you guys on the next episode.